It is Friday afternoon. Your phone buzzes, and there it is. The direct deposit notification has arrived. For about 3 glorious minutes, you feel like a king. But then, reality knocks on the door. The rent is due on the 1st. The car payment is already waiting. That credit card balance from last month is staring you down, demanding to be fed. By Monday morning, that fresh paycheck has dwindled to a double-digit number, and you are left staring at your screen wondering, where on earth did it all go? It is an exhausting loop. You work 40, 50, maybe 60 hours a week. You do everything right. Yet, your savings account looks like a ghost town. You are not alone in this. Millions of hardworking people making decent money are trapped in this exact same cycle. But what if there was a simple, psychological shift to guarantee you build real wealth, starting this very week, without feeling like you are starving your social life? There is. It is called the first 10% rule. And it is about to change the way you look at money forever. Most financial advice tells you to build a complex spreadsheet, track every single cup of coffee, and live like a monk. But let us be honest, that does not work. It is exhausting, it is depressing, and it ultimately fails because of a deeply rooted psychological trap known as Parkinson's Law. This law states that our demand for any resource always grows to match its supply. In plain English, the more money you make, the more money you spend. If you get a $500 raise, your lifestyle quietly rises by $500 to meet it. We tell ourselves we will save whatever is left over at the end of the month. But here is the brutal truth: there is never anything left over. The money simply evaporates into convenience store runs, unused streaming subscriptions, and impulse buys. We treat our savings like an afterthought. We pay the landlord, the utility company, the grocery store, and the streaming services first. We hand everyone else our hard-earned cash, and then we offer ourselves the leftover crumbs. No wonder you feel stuck. You are putting yourself last. The first 10% rule flips this entire equation on its head. Instead of saving what is left over, you pay yourself first. The absolute moment your paycheck lands, 10% of it is automatically redirected before you can even think about spending it. If you take home $4,000 a month, $400 vanishes into a separate, dedicated wealth-building account. You do not wait until the end of the month. You do not negotiate with yourself. You do not say, I will just save double next time. It happens instantly. Automatically. Now, you might think, I can barely pay my bills now. How am I supposed to live on 90% of my income? Here is the fascinating thing about human psychology. You adapt. When you only have 90% of your paycheck sitting in your main checking account, your brain treats that as your total budget. You subconsciously adjust. You order takeout one less time. You think twice about that random online purchase. You do not starve. You just trim the invisible fat that was leaking out of your wallet anyway. Let us look at the actual numbers, because this is where it gets exciting. If you start redirecting just $400 a month into a simple, low-cost index fund tracking the broader market, you are tapping into the greatest financial force on earth: compound interest. Assuming a conservative 8% average annual return, that $400 a month grows to over $23,000 in just 5 years. In 10 years, it is over $58,000. In 25 years, you are sitting on a massive nest egg of nearly $350,000. That is the power of consistency. You are not timing the market. You are not buying speculative digital coins. You are just consistently, quietly building a wall of financial security. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing you have a 5-figure cushion sitting in the background. No more panic when the car makes a strange noise. No more sleepless nights when rent goes up. That is true freedom. So, how do you actually start today? It takes less than 10 minutes. Do not wait for your next paycheck. Log into your banking app right now. Set up an automatic transfer for 10% of your typical income to trigger the morning after payday. If you want to make it truly bulletproof, route it to a completely different bank. Out of sight, out of mind. If you cannot see the money in your primary account, you will not spend it. It is that simple. You do not need to be a financial genius. You just need to set the system up once and let it run. The cycle of living paycheck to paycheck does not end when you make more money. It ends when you decide to change the rules of the game. You work too hard to have nothing to show for it. Try this for just 90 days. Watch how quickly your stress levels drop and your net worth climbs. If you want to keep building a healthier, wealthier relationship with your money, hit that subscribe button. We are unpacking the real, unvarnished truth about personal finance every single week. Until next time, take control of your money and start paying yourself first.